So we got some of the spiciest.
You motherfricker!
What?
I want to hear your thoughts on it. Because I want to hear it.
Alright.
Luigi's Mansion 2.
Luigi's Mansion 2? Never played. I never played it. I've as much as I love the first Luigi's Mansion, I never played the second one. Generally, oops, sorry.
So what I'm hearing is, I need to force you to play it. Got it?
No. I have other things to do.
Too bad, I'm forcing you to play it, my hacker.
But no, most people from what I could tell online, most people really just don't care for the second Luigi's Mansion as much as they care for the first one and the third one. They don't like how the structure of the game works. I can understand it to a certain degree, but, like, I'm never really, like, it looked cool. I like the idea of the multiplayer, but other than that, I never played it. I just haven't gotten around to it, so, yeah. That also kind of goes with...
That's fine, Sandra.
That also kind of goes with... Oh, no, you're good. You're good. That also kind of goes with Paper Mario the Origami King. I've never played Origami King. It looked fun, but... Yeah. Alright. New play control Mario Power Tennis. It was okay. I generally like that game. I don't know why it's on this list.
Luigi's Playboy Mansion.
Oh dear.
Also, hey yo. Hi, Spooner.
Spooner, man! Spooner, you made it to a live stream! You're here!
Hey, Spooner, we're both live, by the way.
Yeah, boys. The spoon has arrived.
I want to do a thingy.
Huh? Hey.
Please tell me it works.
Hey, let's go.
Hey. Meh. They call themselves meh.
How goes the gaming and making videos? We've been doing pretty good. Luna has been doing most of the gaming, but I've just been kind of just sitting back, chilling, catching up with chat, and just kind of just vibing.
Hey, Ty. I found Greg!
Found Greg!
Yeah! It's Greg!
It only took me 2 freaking years. Yeah. But we're, on my end, we're ranking the worst Nintendo games. We currently have 2 games I've never played, Luigi's Mansion 2 and Origami King, and Mario Power Tennis, which I have played, and it's actually a pretty good game. Just don't play it with your significant other, or you're going to get punched in the throat. Not speaking from personal experience or anything.
So, I have a question about Noah. Is that an actual new Tron movie coming out?
Yes, there is an actual new Tron movie coming out.
Oh, man, I know what I'm going to be watching if I can sit still for it.
Sure, the one movie. The one movie! Not even Sonic 3 got Luna.
I mean, I sat and watched Sonic 3.
Oh, okay.
Or after it came out on like
Streaming?
Streaming.
Yeah. Did I tell you that I ironically downloaded a version of that movie? I'm just gonna say that. I'm not gonna trigger any type of Twitch nonsense, but
Question.
Hmm.
Did you download the homework file version of it?
I downloaded the one that ended up being on Twitter for like 24 hours. I got sent the link. By, I think it was like Ethan, and I just went and found like a file converter. It's not super great quality. I think it's super wide. So if I throw into like Premiere for like edits or whatever, it's super wide and I have to like fix the settings. So it's very weird.
Oh yeah, I need to change my game. I forgot about that. Hold on. Actually, I'll just keep it on this.
Yeah. Alright, so the next game. Nintendo Switch Sports. I've only played like 2 minutes of it. Oh, I played 2 minutes of it, and I believe I played a bit of the online trial thing. A lot of people hate this game because it's not Wii Sports and you don't have Mii's. Well, you have Mii's, but you don't have Mii's, if that makes any sense.
Hey, Ty.
Hmm.
So what I'm hearing is
Nintendo Switch Sports Night.
Yeah, I need you to get to play that too. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What games I gotta get Ty to play?
Dude, this is entirely just... Okay, I don't know why this is on this list. Why is the DSi shop a thing? Like, just the entire thing a thing? So, for context, I am using a pre-built one that I threw in some stuff that I've added in. This Nintendo DSi shop thing was, like, on the... The DSi shop had some good stuff on it. I'll put that at the top of that. I'll put it on the top of that. ARMS. This was also another... Oops, sorry.
Spooner said people are only trashing on it because of Jared Leto, which isn't fair because I don't think he is even the main character.
No, he's the main villain.
And Noah said DSi shop is good, but 3DS is better.
I do agree. The 3DS had a lot better indie game support. I mean, the DSi shop walked so the eShop can run. That's how it basically is.
So,
Pegasus.
Bad. That's freak boy.
Link finally got his running shoes from Pokemon. But alright.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
The one thing I remember from like the 3DS and stuff is the like Wi-Fi thing.
Like when you.
That was such a banger.
Like when you download.
No, when you first hooked your 3DS up to the Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, Bruno said there should be a new category for NES soccer and NES baseball, and just call it balls.
Balls. I mean, sure, why not? 1 second. You know what? Add a low below.
You're actually gonna name it balls.
There we go. So I don't get DMCA. Oh wait, it changed the one thing. Never played. And then just this one, all caps.
Balls.
There we go. There you go, Spoon. Just for you. Pixar ball at the top. Well, let's go.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, so I'm going baseball in the balls category. It's below, worst.
Yeah. So, what was I gonna ask? Oh yeah. Hey Noah, this is a question for you. Have you ever played A Link Between Worlds?
I need to actually finish. I've gotten close.
Okay.
What's that?
There might be some checks I might have to ask you to help with.
Yeah, because they're doing a multi-world.
Yeah, multi-world between Link Between Worlds, Ocarina of Time, and Wind Waker.
Wind Waker. I should have added.
I'm going off full-on memory with this.
Yeah. All right, kind of going back on topic here.
Sorry.
ARMS.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. ARMS. It was a thing. Not the fact that it was the worst thing. It was just a thing. Because, like, it's a solid fighting game. But it just, like, Nintendo just didn't do anything with it. Other than adding an amendment to Smash, we literally don't have anything with ARMS. It was quite literally a thing. Yeah. Have you played ARMS?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, one of my favorite memories of this game though was whenever I was playing with a acquaintance, to put it lightly. He was getting really ticked off about Smash Bros. Stuff because he was a Smash Bros. Tryhard. He actually almost killed Smash Bros. For me, but because my brother hated the fact that he was being so toxic with it, he went out of his way to buy ARMS on the Switch. And we spent like a full 2 to 3 weeks just on that game. And it was like the most refreshing experience I think all of us have ever had with a video game. And that is something good I can say about it. But other than that, I don't go out of my way to play it. It's not a game it's not one of my first games to break out at like a party or anything like that. Speaking of parties, how about Amiibo Festival? Have you played it? Have you played it?
Nope. Nope.
I've never played it either. I've heard horror stories, and I think if I were to play it, I would probably play in the just bad category. It was just a game that like had so much charm to it, but from what all the gameplay footage I've seen of it, it's like Mario Party without the mini games and a crap ton of weeding.
Yeah.
The sequel is just gonna be called Legs, both for wheel. I never played Yoshi's Crafted World, so I have no idea the quality of Crafted World. Mario Golf on the Switch. Never played Mario Golf on the Switch.
I have.
Thoughts on that one?
It's a pretty good Mario Golf game. It's not like the original that was on the Game Boy.
Mhm.
But it's still pretty fun. I mean, you can make your own customized character in it too.
I might check it out just to see for myself, but yeah, I never played it. Clue Land. This was just bad.
For me, balls.
For me, balls. All right, Clue Land is just a bad game. Whoever like, I don't know. This was like Nintendo just throwing crap at the wall to see what fit, and this was just one of them. It was generally just a game that it was just bad. It was just bad NES games. And something I realized, especially playing Nintendo games for as long as I have, the NES era, well, there's like 10 or like 20 games that I will go back to if I were to. There's a lot of NES games that just did not age the greatest on that platform. But to be fair, to give it to Nintendo, 2 list ideas. Ooh, what did you send me?
God dang it.
Oh, you tagged me in here. Disney live actions and best board game to ruin friendships. I might not be able to be as knowledgeable. Gosh dang it. I might not be as knowledgeable on board games, but I'll definitely do. I'll definitely do not Zelda, excuse me. Disney live action.
God dang it.
And I've not done best Sonic.
Oh,
I guess I kind of did. I didn't do a tier list, but was it?
Die.
What's up?
Like, I wouldn't know it's it.
Yeah, I did. I literally. That's what threw off my what I thought.
Hey, I already know which one I'm gonna put one of them in. Here.
What is that?
Once you open up the website, you'll see.
I'm not opening up the website right away. I want to finish this list real quick. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
All right, let me see here. It's funny how you say Pokeball was on that balls too.
That's what I put as here.
Because the next game on the list is Sword and Shield, also known as Ty's first wheel 180 with a video game. I had a massive 180 when it came to Sword and Shield. Because, like, as I was playing it back in 2020, I didn't really care for it as hard. I knew it was super easy to break, and I saw one of my buddies, who was living with me at the time, he just demolished the game. Basically snapped it in half with a cinder waste because he like was tricking his Nintendo Switch to like time travel to get certain items, and he just easily broke the game and went through all the campaign with just cinder waste. And so I was laughing with that a little bit, and I just never really looked at Sword and Shield as a great game, like in comparison to the Pokemon generations. Then flash forward to, was it 2022 or 2023? No, it was 2023. We did the Game Awards live stream where we were live streaming Luna, and we beat Sword and Shield in that live stream. And that's why I realized this was actually a solid like game. I love this. I had the massive like 180 when it comes to Sword and Shield. So that game was okay.
I am trying my best not to yell at the moment.
Is it because of what I said, or is it because of the game?
No, because of the game I'm playing. I hate this stupid side quest.
Yeah. Isn't this just Block Fortress from freaking Mario Kart 64?
Probably.
Yeah. Dude, gosh. All right, here, 1 second. Let me do a thing real quick. Let me go. Let me go.
I was right there. Bruh.
All right. Then when we do the thing.
God dang it.
Okay, there we go. All right.
I know that's probably an easier way to do this by like being right here, hitting this while running.
Yeah. Alright, let me go like this real quick.
Coming in to say that the Wubble Bubble Ball and the Pokeball are clearly S tier.
Dude, is the Master Ball on that tier list?
Let me look. No, but there's an eyeball, apparently.
Oh yes, the eyeball.
Fortune-telling ball. Oh, they're like the fortune-telling ball from the Haunted Mansion. That's funny.
That's great. Alright, 1 second. Let me go right here.
Like
Sorry.
a Nerf football.
Yeah. Dude, the North Ball, I had that as a kid.
Well, there's a few Nerf balls on here. There's like the Nerf football, but there's also just like a Nerf like ping pong ball as well. It's just all balls. This is awesome.
Dude, I love that. That reminds me of like Moist Critical's like water ball tier list that he did. Where he's just like just like a bunch of water balls that he just like like a bunch of brands and stuff like that.
By the way, Noah, how have you been?
Pretty good. How are you, Luna?
Actually better than I have been, that's for sure.
That's
Yeah.
great. I'm glad you're doing better.
Yeah.
Alright, no, I have a very important question for you.
Sure.
Do you see the share screen in the Discord?
Let me see. Click that. Yeah, now I do.
Okay. What would be our next game to talk about because you popped in?
Yeah. How about Epic Mickey 2?
Oh dear God. I have so much to say about this game. I have so much to say about this game. It is the worst. It's at the top of the list for me. Okay, so here's my biggest problem with it. It's co-op centric, and now there is pluses and minuses for the games being like co-op centric. It's super fun to play with friends. But I played and beat this game by myself multiple times because no one wants to play as Oswald and do like those like side quests with it. And the story was a complete 180 from like the like oddly dark and satisfying story of the first Epic Mickey. It was like such a unique Disney game. I will say this right now, the only reason why you should play Epic Mickey The Power of Two is just for the extras menu, because it has like actual Oswald shorts that you can watch like on the game. That is sick.
And you do get Tron costumes for Oswald and Mickey.
I didn't even know that. It's been so long I forgot that was even a thing.
Yeah, because the original game is honestly a lot better, and like, why would you go back to 2 now? Even though I think 2 technically probably has better controls depending on how like what platform you play it on. If you play it on 360, it's actually pretty good in my opinion, but it just sucks. The story isn't really that interesting compared to the original. There's just the co-op sucks with Oswald's really awful AI.
Yeah.
They use for him. It's better on 360, but other platforms it's
yeah. With this being a Nintendo, oops, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, now, why would you play that, though? Because now Epic Mickey has been presented in its best form, pretty much, with the remake they put out that has improved controls, better camera, and still the same game. And that game is a masterpiece, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I love Epic Mickey 1. It's fantastic.
I think so too. It's one of the Wii. It's a game that I feel like really put the Wii in a like unique light because like yes, Waggle Fist and like a bunch of shovelware was on the Wii, but also at the same time you got like some genuinely great experiences. And the fact that I can go to my retro game store right now and buy Epic Mickey for $5 is ridiculous. Because, like, so many people should go out of the way to play it. It's one of the best at the time, Wii exclusive games. The sequel, on the other hand...
Probably just one of the best...
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry?
I mean, the first one's probably one of the best licensed games ever, just in general, I would say.
I mean, yeah, if we're opening the pool of licensed games in general, I have a few contenders for that, but maybe that'll be a nice tier list video in the future, though.
That would, too. There's a lot of potential there. Like, if we're like, there's a difference between licensed games and movie tie-in games, though, because if we're talking just directly movie tie-in games, like Toy Story 3 is probably the best one, or X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I hear good things about the X-Men games, though. Alright.
That one is awesome. I've actually streamed that one before, back when I did more licensed stuff, and now that Twitch has permanently kept the Y2K category around, I'll probably be doing more licensed stuff. Cause not gonna lie, like there's a lot of really good ones, I think, from that era. X-Men Origins probably is the best one though. Overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually
That
happy
game's
that
fantastic.
I'm actually happy Twitch decided to have the Y2K.
So it's just like, is it
Same.
just like a category, like how the retro category is a thing?
Yeah, they actually initially added that for April Fools, but now it's
Yeah.
like a permanent thing, which I think is cool because that's basically post 2000s retro.
Yeah.
So so now like people won't be debating over that as much, hopefully, and being kind of jerks about it and gatekeeping. So like, you know, people that think only SNES or whatever and like NES, Atari is retro can use that if they really want, and people
Yeah.
that might be doing more like new age retro, like PS2, Dreamcast, anything
3DS.
post 2000 can use the Y2K for that, which is great.
I
Yeah.
might actually switch over to Y2K.
You should, because you're playing a 3DS game, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright.
Yay, Y2K.
Just to kind of wrap up my thoughts with Epic Mickey, The Power of Two. Played a bit. I played the demo for on the 360, and I think I still have a copy on the 360. It was a decent like version on that one, but the Wii U is where I fully beat it because I just had it more access at the time. Worst game on the Wii U. Chugs frame rate. The AI is stupid. Honestly, if you want an example of the worst version of a game, this and probably Mega Man on iPhone is probably up there as some of the worst like versions of a game. Excuse me.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad.
Alright. Link's crossbow training. This is up Luna's alley. What is your thoughts on Link's crossbow training?
Why do you think that's up my alley?
Well, it's Link.
Yeah,
And-
that's a bad game. Luna only likes bad games, Trouge?
No, I was I was applying that Link. I was
Trouge has been called out.
I was applying that.
I know, right?
Dang.
I was applying that Link was
Yeah.
like on the cover.
You did that, Luna. Dang.
Yeah.
But yeah, I generally think it's an okay game. Like, it's just a go for the high score shooter game. Weird that Twilight Princess was the vessel and not something like a Metroid game, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Never played Mario
It's
Party
pretty
10, so I'll add that one to there.
What
Never-
the frick?
I've never played Donkey Kong vs. Mario Tipping Stars or Amiibo Friends, so that's on there. Pokédex 3D. I'm just going to add in both the Pokédexes to one. This was a thing. It was just a thing. It was just basically a 3D model viewer of the Pokemon. I think it was like Gen 1, some from Gen 4, and then they just had all the Unova Pokédex in there, which is Gen 5. And it was just like, I think Pokédex 3D was a free app, and then they had a $15 like pro version on the 3DS. which I don't really understand why it was $15. It feels very ridiculous for just JPEGs of Pikachu, but yeah, it was a weird one. Oh wait, because Noah's in the chat, or in the VC, Street Fighter 2 on Game Boy. Have any of you guys played this?
In, I'd say balls.
Sure, why not? Yeah, Street Fighter 2.
Because you have a Hadouken balls.
It's actually funny that they put both Blue Chun-Li and Blue Blanca just on the case for the Game Boy one.
Yeah,
Like, I think
it's like, you know, the Sonic the Hedgehog Game Boy Advance port. It's like that.
yeah, it's
It's like that level of awful, and the music is just abysmal too.
Oh my gosh.
I will stand by Ken's theme on the Game Boy actually having some kind of quality, but that's probably just my apologist for Game Boy sounding like music. Like, yeah, it's not great, but like the composition was at least doable for the Game Boy.
Yeah, like SNES stuff has aged a lot better in terms of soundboarding than Game Boy, in my opinion.
That's fair. There are a few games that
Yeah.
do a better job with it. Just off the top of my head, like games like Mario Bros. Land or the Pokemon games on Game Boy, like those ones, they knew like how to work with the sound chip. Even to a lesser extent, Metroid 2, that one barely has any music, but what the music it does have is like, it gets stuck in my head a little bit. Alright. Kid Icarus, I just reviewed this game. It's bad. It's bad. This is just a bad video game.
Someone is biased.
I'm not biased. Maybe it is recency biased. I don't know. But, this game, to me, I feel like it had the same amount of potential as the original Metroid or Castlevania or just any game at that time to catch on. And they basically stopped after the NES one, despite having the Myth and Monsters and 20 years later Uprising on the 3DS. But the first game is just hard for the sake of being hard. It's not really a fun game. Like, I'm perfectly fine with adding in challenges. I'm perfectly fine with a game being hard is the selling point, like someone like Super Meat Boy. But it just feels like it's just bullcrap hard, and I never really liked playing it. It also hurt my eyes every time I played it. Noah, have you played Kid Icarus?
The first one, no, thankfully, but I've played Uprising.
That
Isn't it?
was like
Isn't Uprising the one that's on the 3DS?
yes.
Yeah,
It was
that one's pretty good. The controls, though, are a bit...
Yeah, if you could teach me how to do the controls on that game, I'd probably get the hang of it, but yeah.
Just get like a stand for
Yeah.
your 3DS and make sure that you. Well, I don't even know. Like that.
It's also, like, impossible to emulate that game because of it. Like, it is basically impossible to emulate it and stream it. That's why when I played it, I used my 3DS capture card.
Yeah. Oh,
'Cause
speaking of
there's
which,
pretty much no way to... Huh?
I'm actually going to be getting one of those soon.
Awesome. That is the way to go. Very glad to hear that, Luna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you getting it from, if I can ask? Delfino Customs or like another provider?
Hold on, I can show you. I can tell you who it is. Give me one sec.
Totally.
Excuse me. Also, I just realized my ears are getting cut off. There we go. There we go.
It's the one where they send you the. You can either send in your 3DS or they'll send you the board.
Yes, that would be Delfino Customs, I believe. Yeah, that's the one I used. I send mine in though.
Yeah. You know what? Keeping on the 3DS train, have any of you poor souls ever played Steel Diver?
I've heard of it.
Nope.
It was a thing. It genuinely was a thing. It's like Summerween like simulator game with like I guess it was just a 3DS like simulator game, and it kind of reminds me of something like the Echo the Dolphin game on the Dreamcast. If you've ever played that,
Yeah.
Just-
yeah, I have the 3D one. Oh,
yeah.
wait, no, this is a different one, Luna. I
Yeah,
didn't use this one.
Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna be using.
That's a good one too, though. Actually, from what I've heard, I used Delfino Customs.
Are they cheaper?
Let's see. What did you send it in? You sent in a new 3D XL to them?
No, I'm thinking about doing the self-install. Have my brother
Excuse
help
me.
me with it.
Oh, how much is that? I'm trying to see here.
Without a cable,
On
since
their
I have
site.
several cables, it's 118.
Oh, actually, yours is cheaper then. Delfino, well, Delfino's a bit higher end, I guess. That's also why. And they have to charge more because they are run by like a smaller group of people. Let me look at what mine was. Modifications, was it? I got this like a while ago now. This is back in 2021 that I ordered, so I have no idea if they've like changed things since then.
Yeah.
I saw that, Luna.
Forgot.
3DS. Let me search on their site, like DM you in a second here.
I hate this.
Yeah, 3DS capture card installation. That's the one I used. I used an old 3DS, so that was I think that was around like 200 or something. I think. Let me see here.
Alright.
It was a 3DS. Yeah, it was 277. I mean, that's what it says on their site now, but I don't know if this has always been like that. To be honest, it just linked you there.
Mhm.
Because I think I paid less for that when I did it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it sounds like yours is a very good deal. So glad you're using that.
Yeah. Alright. So now we come to a bit of a spicy boy. Metroid Other M. Metroid Other M is an infamous Metroid game.
Bad game.
Hey, I got a good item. Fuck yeah.
So,
I got the tornado right
Good
now.
job.
So my history with Metroid Other M was back in 2010. I saw it at E3. Looked super hyped, and I'll still stand by that this game is probably one of the most beautiful looking Nintendo Wii games because it actually took advantage of the Wii, and it was one of, I believe, 3 dual-layered Wii games. So it was a big meaty boy of a game. The two biggest problems is its story and its controls. The controls are not terrible. They're doable. They're just very clumsy, and when you try to play it, you just wish you had an analog stick. Because the entire game is played with just the Wii remote. You don't have a GameCube controller, you don't have the classic controller, you don't have the nunchuck. It's just the Wii remote. And it's not great. And then it's awful writing and story, which I can tell what they were trying to do with the story, but it just ended up being both a kind of a character assassination of Samus and, to a more extent, Adam, which is a character in Metroid Fusion. And
it sounds like Cars on the Road, what that did for Lightning McQueen.
Oh,
Character assassination.
yeah, you love to see it. You love to see it.
Yeah.
I'll put it at the worst. I'll put Epic Mickey 2 above it because, like, gameplay-wise, I could still see myself playing it if I had to for, like, a video or something. If I'm going back and playing Other M, the gameplay is not the worst part of the game. It's 100% on that story and the authorization mechanic in the game because, oh yeah, if you're going to go meet up with a commander that you haven't seen in 20 years, yeah, sure, follow his every single instruction, even if it hurts you. Imagine, if you will, your commander didn't give you your jacket when you go into the snowy area, and you freeze to death. Pretty much what happens in the fire area of the game. But
No
I
bots.
digress.
Too many bots coming in chat right
Oh
now.
dear, what in the freak?
Don't worry, I got
Really?
him.
Okay, my bad.
Oh wait, I didn't have.
No,
Oh,
I think
had.
of the same one coming to your chat actually, Luna.
No, I thought I already banned that one. No,
Oh, well there we go.
that one's a new one. Okay.
Dude, yeah, what the
Yeah.
freak is the? I come
They're
back to
saying the
stream.
same thing, yeah.
Come back to stream and there's just yeah bugs. I gotta sweep them out. I gotta go all Sophie into his out and start sweeping out the out.
Or Sora and recoded. As well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riku, so many bugs.
Oh no, it's like Mickey, it's Riku. They put bugs in him.
Bugs.
Yeah, because they think that sounds dumb. Because it does.
Yeah, I will always say that that game is worse than Days, even though Days has worse gameplay but has a way great story. Coded has better gameplay but an insignificant story. It literally does nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to play though. If you just kind of turn off your brain, I feel like.
Yeah, I remember playing that on a road trip back when I was like 13 or 14.
Oh, we got that.
What do you think of the 3DS version of Dream Drop Distance? Speaking of which.
Just to kind of touch on that real quick, I actually like, I prefer it a little bit to the HD version because of the Dreamio mechanic. It feels a lot more natural on a 3DS in comparison to playing on like a PS4 or the Steam version, where you're just using the control stick to pad them. I feel like that type of mechanic really works on Nintendo consoles, and it works the best there. But, yeah, the 3DS version's a way good way to play it. It's better than, like, say, just for another example, the Metal Gear Solid 3 port on the 3DS.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, it doesn't, like, have, like, it supports the second, like, what's it called, the, Circle Pad Pro, but, like, you don't need it in order to play the game in a comfortable state, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that is actually really fun. Oh my gosh, I can actually do something in Wind Waker now. Cool.
Got the telescope?
No, I get the bow.
Ah.
So
Alright.
even better.
Alright, Mario Party Advanced. I've never played. So that's going
I've
in
played.
there. On the Game Boy?
Yeah,
Was it good?
a little bit, yeah.
BRB, I need to go eat.
Okie dokie.
Have fun with the noms.
Have fun with the gnomes. Paper Mario Sticker Star? That
Oh,
was...
that's a trip and a half.
I'm gonna put that was a thing because I've only put around 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So story time with Trouge. This was a game that my cousin had when I went to visit them for the first time. And I played it in my 3DS. It was, like, I thought it was a pretty fun game. Looking into it...
Ad break.
Oh. Looking into it, it was, a little bit kind of like... It was, like, whatever to me. Like, it's... Like, I understand why people hate it. It was the start of, like, Paper Mario games really starting to get bad. But I don't have the Paper Mario nostalgia, if you will, like many other people. Like, to put it in perspective, my first Paper Mario game was Super Paper Mario on the Wii, which I love. That game is... Mwah.
Hey,
Chef's kiss.
Hey.
Ayy.
Hey.
Ayy. Dude, I love that
Because
game.
that was my first Paper Mario game too.
Heck yeah. I love that game. It,
Yeah.
like, I understand why people don't like it, because, like, they're trying to make a platform more longer, because they're adding in story stuff, but the story of Super Paper Mario is such a really good game, and more people should play it.
To be honest, I might actually go and get me some food too. It's what? Oh, almost 9 o'clock.
It's almost
I not
9.
Yet?
Oh dear, please get food. I literally took, as soon as I opened the Discord, my sister called me. She's like, "Hey yo, chimichangas are done." I'm like, "Bet," and I was ran downstairs to go eat. So yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm all
This makes
nourished
it a lot easier. This makes it a lot easier.
to commit a die.
No, it's to actually go to where I need to go.
Oh, back to like spawn point.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, before you go, do you want pick a game for me to talk about real quick?
I'll still be in like the Discord and stuff.
I know. Just before you leave though, like in terms of like getting your food.
I don't have the Discord up. Hold on.
Oh no.
I have my tracker up so I can actually see what I need to do.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, before I go and eat, I want to hear it. Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks.
Spirit Tracks? Did I put the other one?
I want to hear your opinion on this.
I didn't put the other one in here. 1 second. Sorry. I have, two of them. I'm playing both, Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks together because those are games that are typically together. Those are okay games. I love both of them. I've only put a little bit of time into Spirit Tracks. I've fully beaten Phantom Hourglass multiple times. I think it's one of the more unique Nintendo DS games. I think the top-down view works with the Zelda game, and I never understood the hate with it. Like, I genuinely don't understand why people hate on it as hard. But that's also, keep in mind, I have not played Phantom Hourglass front to back since 2017, so that was so long ago at this point. But from what I've played of it, I actually really enjoyed, and I love the character as in Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, and I love the idea in Spirit Tracks where it feels a little bit more modern than your typical Zelda game, so it doesn't feel like you're just in a fantasy world. It kind of feels like how Final Fantasy 6 and 7 feel. Well, it's like kind of the pseudo fantasy, but also kind of steampunk world. So that was my
mic. There we go.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
By the way, I have to put my PlayStation controller down
Mhm.
pick up my Xbox to play Wind Waker.
You can never win. Also, your screen is kind of jank, but I'm not.
I know. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. I'm not in a GameCube mode.
Yeah, I gotcha. Oh wait, let's see what we got here. Chibi Wobo Ziplash. It's bad. I don't like it. I haven't beaten it, but I've played a good chunk of it before, and it's just a very mid 2D platformer, and it single-handedly killed one of Nintendo's more unique franchises.
Holy.
Oh wow.
Cussing, but holy, I got a lot of stuff I could do here. Awesome. I got the thingy. Gimme.
You got the bombs. Oh, you got Tingle Tuner. Wait, can you use Tingle Tuner?
Ready?
Oh, I see what you're doing. Get ready to throw bombs everywhere.
No. You ready to see what I can do with the Tingle Tuner? My PlayStation 5 controller is my Tingle Tuner.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
Give it a sec.
Dude, I love,
There's Tingo! Hey, buddy, what's up? Okay, I want you to do me a favor.
Wait. Luna. Out of curiosity, have you actually have you actually used the Tingle Tuner in like with an actual Game Boy and GameCube before?
Yes.
Dude, that was so fun when I was a kid.
Hold on. How do I bring up?
Subscribe.
I forget. How do I? Hey Tingo, question. How do I make you bring? How do I forget how to. How do you choose an item?
I think it's B. I don't remember. Select, maybe? I don't remember how you select items in, with the Tingle Tuner. I'm back. Welcome back, Spooner Man. Spooner Man does whatever the Spooner can. Can he swing from a vine? No, he can't. He's a bandicoot.
Welcome back. Also, Breezy, thank you so much for the sub.
Yeah, boys.
I don't know what to put as my sub names, but thank you.
You now became the hedgy head chef.
Okay. Have a good night. I'll DM you later on.
The subscribers are now called the hedgy head chefs.
Okay, there. Let's see if I can do this. You ready?
Alright, let's see this real quick.
Hold on, I gotta do this.
There was balls and Street Fighter 2 on the Game Boy.
Ty.
Hmm.
You go ahead and talk about your stuff,
Yeah.
and I'll do what I'm doing, and then I'll tell you when to look.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, so I'm just playing some games that I never played, and Spooner, yes, from poor Noah's request, we're putting Street Fighter 2 in the balls category. So, the next game we're going to be talking about, you know what, I'm going to put Nintendo at the top. Nintendo itself is at the top. Why not? This was a request from chat early on. We're putting Nintendo themselves at the very top of the list. They are the worst, best company in the world. Alright, so now...
Money is what I need.
So now, NES Soccer goes in the balls. Wii Sports Club. This was... This was kind of just bad. I'll put it below Clue Clue Land because like, oops,
By the way, Ty, you wonder what I like about the single tuner? I must go. My people need me.
And then it just flies away.
I'm all the way over here.
Yeah, it does.
There. Tingo.
But yeah, so
Energize mode.
what did I put?
I just used the potion.
Okay, yeah, Wii Sports Club was the game I put in there. So the idea behind Wii Sports Club is like, yeah, it's chill. Yeah, it's a pretty solid, solid game because it's just Wii Sports normally. It's just you have this stupid pay mechanic, like you're actually going to a resort club type deal, and it doesn't use the gamepad in crazy enough ways. It's just a bad port of Wii Sports. Like, it's just straight up like Wii Sports but better, question mark?
Let me put my OBS down here so I can do this. So I'm gonna go and get food.
Alright.
I'm going to set it up to where my chat can hear and see what you're doing.
Heck yeah.
Window cap your share screen here.
You're doing what I'm doing. Let's go. Oh, wait, that means I also have to turn off the window cap because then it's just going to double.
No. I have it set to where it doesn't.
Alright.
It's just showing whatever's on your Discord.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, cause like I was.
Oh, now here. I can do this. Scene, just chatting. Boop. There you go.
Alright, cool. Alright. Let me do this real quick. Alright. Now back to the madness.
Yep. Okay, I'll be right back.
Alright, bye-bye. Alright, so what's the next game? You know what? Star Fox Zero. I reviewed this at the end of 2022, I want to say. And Star Fox Zero is a I'll put that behind Kid Icarus. I'll put that above Kid Icarus, below Ziplash. Star Fox Zero, similarly to Chibi Robo, was a game extremely old war flashbacks for real. Star Fox Zero, similar to Ziplash, kind of killed the franchise, and this one is Star Fox. Because, like, okay, so Wii U is currently dying. They had a lot of promise with Star Fox Zero. And instead of doing a full original story, maybe a prequel to Star Fox 64, they just retold Star Fox 64 with this obnoxious control scheme. I'm talking the worst control scheme I think I've ever played in a video game. Because, like, when it comes down to it, Star Fox Zero is just straight up just borderline unplayable, unless if you're really good at, like, actually multitasking. It's super hard to, like, play the game, because you can't just play it with just staring at the Wii U pad. You also have to keep bobbing your head up and down like a freaking, like, tatsu actor, and trying your best not to get, like, actually whiplash from playing the game. Wii U. So yeah, one of the worst games ever. Similarly to Metroid Other M, it's a really freaking pretty game. Like, outside of, like, the, outside of you just kind of not be able to take in the beauty. When you go back and see gameplay footage from it, and especially that animation, some beautiful work went into this game. And it's unfortunate because this was, the last Star Fox game we got. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get another Star Fox game like that. Excuse me, my throat just died out on me. Jeez. Excuse me. Alrighty. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm putting this above, oh, you know what? I'll do it this way. No. You know what? Screw it. I'm doing it this way. Scarlet and Violet is bad games. The worst games. I think out of every Pokemon generation, more than my thoughts on Pokemon Gen 7, more than my thoughts on Sword and Shield at the time, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is one of the most play-it-safe Pokemon games I think we've ever gotten in terms of everything it tried to do. And this came out after Legends Arceus came out. The fact that we got a 2 Pokemon games in the span of a year by the same developer, there's some overworked people that had to have worked on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It's like, okay, like, some of the mons, pretty cool. Similar, like, what makes a Pokemon game super, like, great for me is the Pokemon, and I will say, there are some Pokemon designs in Scarlet and Violet that are really cool. But similar to, like, my thoughts with, like, Other M, it's super pretty, but at the same time, it's just, it's not a great game. Like, when it comes to actually playing the game, I dropped interest. I've put down this game so many times. Out of requests from online friends, and from requests of my own partner, I despise Scarlet and Violet. Like, it's, if you enjoy the game, if you enjoy any of these games, honestly, more power to you. I genuinely freaking just can't even, I can't deal with it. It's too much of a departure from the traditional Pokemon game for me to turn my brain off and try to find some good enjoyment with it. And it's just, they only broke so many traditions with this game, but they didn't bring in voice acting. Which, yes, that's about what, that will probably never happen in a Pokemon game. And if ZA proves me wrong, screw it. That'll be cool. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Scarlet and Violet. Not only with the amount of bugs that were at launch, just the game itself. Even if it was bug-free, would still be the worst Pokemon generation I've ever played. So, there you go. I have no idea why Mario All-Stars on the Wii is there. I mean, it's just a port of the, of All-Stars. I'm going to put that into the top of the OK tier. That is just actually a way to play all the games. And it's way cheaper than download, actually, I think, yeah, it's awesome just to have a physical copy of that game, so. Screw it, it's on there. I never played Pokemon Dash, so I'm putting that on there. And I've also never played Bowser's Inside Story. This was recommended to me by people in the, this was recommended to me by people that are in the, community. I've never played Bowser's Inside Story to begin with. It's a game I need to actually start playing. But other than that, I've never played Bowser's Inside Story, so I can't wait to critique on the horrible point, I should say. Alright, now we're getting to the spicier topics. Earthbound. It was, I'm putting it at the top of just a thing. Why are we in Bowser Jr.'s insides? That's a good question. I don't know. But, Earthbound, this is a heresy for some people. I never liked the original Earthbound. It was just not my cup of tea. Other than, like, the setting, which is way cool, and the characters themselves are pretty cool. I never liked the RPG mechanic it had, and just the overall gameplay, in the gameplay loop, I never liked. It was generally just a thing that, like, yeah, it's not, like, okay, I can't go out of my way and say it's a bad game, and I can't even go out of my way and say it's an okay game. It's generally just a thing, and if you love this game, more power to you. I know my brother does. I could never get into Earthbound. It's a game that just, I could never get into. I tried live streaming it, and even, like, after part 1, I just was like, I don't really have anything of interest to, like, keep playing it. I don't have that drive to keep playing it. And I didn't want to just, like, push out a Let's Play just for the sake of pushing out a Let's Play. Although I do have this amazing costume by, Infinity, back when I was using the Infinity model so much, so shouts to them. But anyway, this game is just bad. I'll put this above Zip Blast. This is a horrible RPG. Earthbound Beginnings is one of the worst RPGs on the NES. It doesn't have too much competition, but dang it, it's one of the worst. So Jesus. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Earthbound Beginnings. Earthbound's worth beginnings. Earthbound is just so bad. It's unplay tested. I am convinced it's unplay tested. It's one of the most annoying hard games I've ever played in my entire life. It has so many problems. The idea when you get a new party member in an RPG, they're typically around the same level as you. When you get someone in Earthbound Beginnings, they always start at level 1. So that means you have to spend your time level grinding, and battles in the original Earthbound can kick your butt hard. And obviously people that are dead don't get experience, so when your teammates eventually die, it's so annoying. I really hate Earthbound Beginnings. If anyone says that Earthbound Beginnings is a great game to this day, they're drunk or high, one of the two. I will die on that hill. I hear that the Game Boy port and all our fan translation actually is a better version of the game. So I may try that one out and see if it's even better. But Earthbound Beginnings, the one that's on the Switch and the Wii U, not my cup of tea. I think that you're better off playing other RPGs and other games in general. 1-2 Switch was just freaking a thing. I'll put that above. Yeah, you know what? I'll put that above there. It was a thing. Also, I forgot to add in 1-2 Switch. Why? I have no idea. 1-2 Switch. What was the... I downloaded the image. Okay, there it is. Alright, yeah, this one is just bad. It's just straight bad. I put that above, Kid Icarus. So, 1-2 Switch was like, okay, we're trying to show off what the Switch can do. It was kind of like this fun era of just, we're playing a game without actually playing a game. I mean, you're still playing a game, but, like, you know what I mean. It was just a fun tech demo that cost $50. Which I don't understand why that's so stupid. We don't want to pay for tech demos. We just want to actually have the tech demo. Like, if Astro's Playroom was a tech demo, and it is a tech demo, then why is 1-2 Switch just not a tech demo that you can just install and uninstall? Like, it's not forced on you. You just have to install it onto your hard drive. That would have easily been the strongest suit. And Nintendo's doing the same thing again with the Switch 2 with the freaking manual that, from what I could tell, is $10. Who in the frick is paying $10 for a manual? Anyway, everybody 1-2 Switch. It's just a bad game. I played that one at Best Buy when I was like, gosh, I think I was just there, like, with a war, and I was just playing on one of the test things, and it was just awful. It's just an awful, look at what I'm doing tonight, Mom. I'm not reading that out loud, Spoon. I'm not. Oh my god. That's funny. That's funny. Alright. Star Fox Command. It's a bad game. I will actually put that above. Put that above. Yeah, okay. Right there would be fine. Star Fox Command was a game that came out, and it kind of did what Star Fox Zero did, where it kind of just killed off the franchise there for a little bit. And it has the same problem as Shadow the Hedgehog, where you have a bunch of different endings. And not the fact that multiple endings are bad, and you don't, once you beat all of them, and then, like, you just beat all of them, you don't have, like, a final story segment. The thing is, kind of similar to Shadow the Hedgehog, this game, the stories it has are, like, okay to, what the frick? Why was this written? Like, the entire thing with Fox and Crystal is just soap opera after soap opera, and it's just insane. The gameplay loop of, like, the tactical, like, you have to move your ship over here and move your ship over there, it has its fans. I'm not going to pretend I'm one of them. I really do not care. And then there are, like, when it comes to, like, just the gameplay, like, where you're actually flying around and shooting, that's actually really cool. I think that it worked really well on the DS. It's a little bit less, hand-cramping than, say, something like, Kiraku's Uprising on the 3DS, but your hands can still kind of cramp after a while. Sonic bum flop of lyrics. Oh, dear. Yeah, alright, you know what? Screw it, why not? Let's talk about this one. So this one is going, I'm putting this, alright, chat, should I go above or below Star Fox Zero? That's what I'm feeling. Should I go above or below Star Fox Zero? Because it's definitely not going above Earthbound. That game is actually more or less unplaytested, and it kicks your butt. Sonic Boom is unplaytested, and it's just a middle-of-the-road platformer game. Like, it's literally just, it's just there. But it's also really bad because of that story. Oh gosh, that story. Okay, you know, above, because the damage it caused to the series was minimal. Yeah, that's very true. Because, like, if we're just looking at Sonic Boom as a whole, we got 2 seasons of a really good TV show, in my opinion. We got 2 great 3DS games, in my opinion. Because I think Fire and Ice and Shadow Crystal are some really good 2D platformers on the 3DS. Those ones got hit in the crossfire so bad when this game came out. They're not terrible. I think that they deserve the praise of as like a, not a must play, but like a genuinely good diamond in the rough. Lost World! It was a thing. I'm putting that above. Yeah, no, I'll put that above Earthbound. Why not? Lost World was a thing. I genuinely don't have enough stuff to say about it. I do and I don't. Because, like, here's the thing. Lost World on the Wii U, in terms of the Wii U version, I think it's a pretty solid game. Not one I will really want to go back to. It exists. Yeah, it genuinely exists. Like, when it comes to Sonic games, especially ones that are more or less, like, exclusive to a platform like the GameCube or the Wii or the Wii U, I think out of all those games, I think Lost World did just the least amount. Like, it takes advantage of the Wii U gamepad. So when you put it to something like Steam, which was the version I went and played and beaten, I have played the Wii U version, and that's why I'm putting it on this list. When you take it out of the Wii U side of things, it's just so whatever. It's so whatever. The best things to come out of it, though, were the Nintendo crossovers, though. I love the Sonic rendition of Zelda's theme, and the Yoshi, like, mode was also really wholesome and adorable. But other than that, what happened in Lost World? Like, story-wise is half the reason why I play Sonic games. I can't tell you anything that happened in this game other than Zavok was a character. And that's because Sonic Forces brought him back. Other than that, Lost World is just lost, if you will. It just exists. Yeah, it literally just exists. I hear the 3DS version is actually horrible. Like, actually bad because of a ton of boss fights utilizing the 3DS as the, like, gyroscope and stuff like that. But, yeah. Alright, I already put Kid Icarus on this list, so screw it. I'm putting Kid Icarus above Kid Icarus. Sue me. So now we have Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. Not technically a first-party Nintendo game, but I'm throwing it in here because I played it on the GameCube. I only have experiences on the GameCube with it. And in terms of this game from my childhood, I have no idea when I will get a chance to fully talk about Enter the Dragonfly. It's bad, but it's at the very bad of being bad. Like, it's in between it being just a thing to forget and just a game that is bad, in my opinion. Because, alright. Yeah. Anyway. Have you played Spyro Enter the Dragonfly on the GameCube?
Nope.
Do you even know what Spyro is?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I kind of figured.
I'm gonna turn on PNG mode on my end so I can eat, and you're gonna be still talking to everyone.
Okay, cool. Alright, so Spyro Enter the Dragonfly was a 2003 Spyro game that featured Spyro, and his entire deal was capturing dragonflies. And his entire gimmick is that if you shoot bubbles at dragonflies, you capture them. Most people hate this game because it's kind of buggy and glitchy. And my thing is that some of the levels just go on for way too long. And it does have prone to slow down a little bit. But one thing... Oh, sorry?
I was gonna say, so what I'm hearing is the Spyro game is like Bubble Bubble.
Bubble Bubble?
That's a game where you use bubbles to capture your objections. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Okay, I thought you were talking about Bobobo, like the anime.
Yeah, Bubble Bubble.
Wait, that was a video game based off of that? That's no way. That's awesome. Alright, one second. I'm familiar a little bit with Bobobo. I know they exist.
Hold on, it's not Bubble Bubble, it's Bubble Bobble.
Bubble Bobble.
Bubble Bobble.
Alright.
Let's see if I can find one that shows you the gameplay.
Are you just sending me a video?
Yeah.
Okay, give me one moment. Let me make sure Discord is up. So many freaking tier lists, bro. Dude, this is just more or less just going to be, like, very lightly edited.
Why do that? When, you know, I could just go to this button here, go down to this, and do this, and then this, and then there you go.
What'd you do?
Look at Twitch chat.
I don't want to get TikTok to you. I don't want to get TikTok to you. Alright, let's see this. Wait, pause my... Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. Please don't tell me that seizure went through OBS. Because on my TV, it just had like a massive seizure for like 2 seconds.
Let me look. Hold on. No, I didn't.
Okay, good. That was annoying. Okay. I think I've... Okay, so chat, get a load of this. So at work, we have a Chinese input NES that we have that was like supposed to mimic the NES Mini. I think, if I remember correctly, this was a game that a customer thought was related to Godzilla, and so they kept wanting to play the Godzilla game. I'm like, this is definitely not Godzilla. I'll tell you that much. But I didn't have the heart to say it to the face, so that's funny. But yeah, that's kind of the gimmick of Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, was that you kind of had to capture dragonflies in a similar way. And and when it comes to
Chibizilla.
Chibizilla, yeah, I love.
Chibizilla.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
Go Chibizilla.
Use Firefly. Use Flamethrower.
Use Firefly. Use Bubbles.
So yeah, it was a close to be a thing. The only thing that really holds back this game from being like super bad or the worst is the fact that one, speedrunners have been able to beat this game in less than 5 minutes, which that's cool. You can literally glitch your way into the ending from the get-go. And two, why it's not fully at the top of like battle or anything is because out of all the Spyro games I've played, I genuinely don't think this game is as bad as people make it out to be. So it's at the very low end because I can definitely see where some people are coming from. But for me, I have, I guess, childhood bias and like my nostalgia wins out with that one. So.
Hey Ty. Bubble bubble.
Bubble.
Bubble bubble.
Lewis Hamilton won't get off Mythgwen.
Huh?
Who's Lewis Hamilton?
Memes. Okay. Now time to go back to
Back to Zelda.
Yep.
Let me quickly see. Who is Lewis Hamilton? Who is this dude? Oh, it's freaking this guy. Okay. Yeah. I have no idea. I'm uncultured. Alright, there we go.
You should be cultured.
Well, I am cultured. Have you played Castlevania on the 64?
Yes.
Dang it. My plan failed. This game is the worst.
I can't even read it. I'm up with the times. Have you played Superman 64?
I actually haven't. I've went on my way to never play that game. I've never played it in my life. I do kind of. There's always that, like, I'm not sure if you've ever been in this boat before, but if you've ever seen, like, a notoriously bad video game, and you're just like, dang, I kind of want to play that, just have that little bit of spice and actually play it.
Yes, because I played Superman 64.
Is it as bad as people make it out to be?
Yes.
Were you able to fly through the lanes?
Kinda.
Kind of been able to fly through the lanes. Alright. Now here's where the debates really kick in. Here's the last two games I have. We have The Legend of Zelda and The Legend of Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. Now, most people, when they look back at these games nowadays, see that these games are borderline unplayable. Luna, what do you think about the very first Zelda game?
Hey. I played it. Not that fun. By the way, Ty, Ty, look at my share screen in 3.
Yeah, I was about to say your thing is still blurry.
2, 1. You see my share screen, right?
Yeah. Why is the bomb your duck? Why is the bomb your
duck?
Why is the bomb the duck?
Amy Duck!
Imagine dying to an Amy Duck. But yeah, so I think the first Zelda, I think it's a bad game. I think I'm gonna put that above Kid Icarus.
Hey Ty.
And Zelda 2 was just okay. Huh?
Amy Duck!
Amy Duck! I love it.
No, did you see what I was doing?
Yeah, I did see what you did.
You said die to Amy Duck?
Amy Duck.
Amy Duck!
Dude, I don't know why, but your avatar just looks like the most uncanny, like, just because it's like the big, like, red eyes. It just kind of looks evil to me. It looks like you're about to poison my drink or something. I stare into your soul at night. They play at night, they sleep at night. Beware the rats.
Hold on. Want to see something cute and funny? You see how I could do the Slido thing, right? The heck you say to me?
The freak is like, dude, please screenshot that and make it an emo. Just that
Wait,
face.
You wanna know who made this?
He did it.
My friend Darkium. He made the Amy model, and I just color coded it into my colors.
Oh, heck yeah. That's awesome. Alright, so to wrap up the tier list, Zelda 1 is just aged, and it's aged kind of similar to Kid Icarus for the wrong reasons. Well, like, you have next to no map, you basically need a guide on standby in order to do anything, and if you try to just play it by itself, you're going to get lost in it, and, like, you could say it's ambitious, but, like, at the same time, if you're playing this in 2025, what are you doing? Unless if you're purposely trying to go back and, like, play this game for, like, a Twitch live stream or a YouTube video, you're most likely playing this with a guide or any sort of thing in order to, like, what kind of bomb to burn or bush to burn and what bomb to use. Like, it's just kind of aged. On the complete opposite side, Zelda 2 gets so much crap for no reason. This is what I'm talking about when the game is, like, fun hard. Like, this game is actually fun hard. It kicks you in the balls so much to the point where you're like, okay, I gotta keep going. I gotta persevere. And I think it does have some type of NES jank to its difficulty. And mostly towards when it comes to palaces and the end game. But besides some of those palaces, it's such a fun blend of, like, RPG mechanics mixed with Zelda, like, traditions at the time. And I think it's definitely worth your time to at least look at that game nowadays in 2025. But yes, that is the tier list.